I just want to hang out with you guys tonight for about 10 to 20 minutes. I never want to be too long. And, I don't have a topic or anything, but I was pouring into myself before, before this training. And I was just thinking about, you know, where I'm at in my business, what can I get inspired with, fill my cup with first to just come on here and pour into you guys and, share my experience, share my hope, share my tips and tricks, whatever that is. And my heart is just going to lead where it may. And the chat's always open, you guys, but we are in a new 14 days. If you look at the calendar, we have 14 or so days left in the month. And what that means is it's a new 14 days to work our business, right? To hit our VIPs all over again, 2 and 2, right? 2 customers, 2 promoters. And when we keep it that simple and just say, hey, I'm going to give it my all, give whatever I can to my business and see what happens, just have that optimistic mindset, have that open mindset. And remember, those are the things that we need to do in our business to be successful. That duplication, the simplicity of everything we do is 2 customers, 2 promoters every 2 weeks, right? And it really keeps everything set in stone in that foundation you want to build. And you have people coming in saying, okay, it's a new 14 days, right? Even after their VIPs, I'm going to run for that VIP bonus all over again and give it your all. Don't wake up December 1st mad at yourself. Don't, you know, look back at your business and say, hey, why didn't I do this? Could I have done more? It's going to plant some doubt in your heart. That's going to plant fear in your heart. And even if you don't hit a bonus, you're still here. You're still standing. And I hate to even utter the words if you don't hit a bonus because it's kind of generating that energy. And we do not want that doubt. We do not want that fear. We can't afford it, especially with Christmas around the corner. I know some of us may be struggling. Some of us may be in a icky part in our business. And I want you all to keep it very, very simple going forward and not have that moment in your business where you're like, man, I could have done more. So I do want to preface before I go into some details about adding to your network, that I don't do all of my IPAs at once. I do maybe 2 or 3 in the morning and then I set my phone down. Then I go do what I need to do. And then I'll pick it back up in an hour or so and do some interactions. I don't have a big list of things I need to do. Yes, I use my playbook, you guys, every morning. Well, first of all, let me say, when I lay my products out at night, like my 3-step lineup at night, and I wake up in the morning and I see it there, that's like a cue for me to get up and start getting my day started. Turn on the worship music, fill my cup up, get ready for the day. It's like my cue to get started. So I've laid out my products again for the last few months, and it makes me feel so good because it starts my day. And I know in the morning I'm going to get everything going. So lay your 3 steps out if you're not doing that. But I lay it out with my playbook. So this is my playbook, you guys, and I have my IPAs are in here. If you guys do not use this, I highly, highly recommend it. But for those who are using it, or if you're not using it, you should have your IPAs in front of you, your weekly IPA tracker, right? You're going to look at this and say, okay, this may be an audacious list. This may be a lot of things you got to do, right? I will choose 2 or 3 and I will check those off and I'm good to go. Some of these are already instilled in my business and I've already got those down, like posting and 3 steps on my stories. Like those are things that are a no-brainer to me. So those are already gone. But like interactions and growing my network, I will take a few minutes to do that. And then I'm putting my phone down. Maybe I'm going to go do some dishes. Maybe I'm going to go get ready for the day, put makeup on and get ready, or run an errand, run to the bank or do some things. And then when I get back home or I'm on my phone again, I'll do some more interactions or I'll do some more growing to my network. So don't feel when you look at this list, I don't want you all to feel like it's unbearable or frustrate you. Just pick a couple things. And if adding to your network is one of those things that you're struggling with, there were 3 things that I wanted to touch on. Yes, Letitia, yes, intentionally and not getting overwhelmed. Overwhelm leads to so many things you don't want to see in your business. And when you identify with that, you're like, okay, I'm getting overwhelmed. Like my screen time's getting a little out of hand. Like I'm going to just step away for a minute. It really reels it back to what you're here to do. So finding your people. On Facebook, you guys, this is how I add to my network and how I find people to add. I literally niche down in the groups I'm in. So like being in recovery, I'm in recovery groups, being in single mom groups and things like that. Moms on maintenance, moms on who are potty training, things like that. I'm in those groups. And I will go into the comment section of the most recent posts. I will see who's posting in there, maybe interact if I can, or add to my network through those people in the comment section. If, let's see, I like to interact in groups. I don't just go into groups with a mentality of, oh, I need a sale. Oh, this person's going to be my potential, or have any expectations. I go into groups as a human and interacting with people and trying to find the people that I want to connect with. So I look in the comment section. I'm interactive in there. And honestly, lately with groups that have a lot of members in it, I haven't really been in there as much. Like I am in groups with just a few amount of people in there. That's kind of like a cozy, close-knit community. I like those types of groups. Hobby Lobby groups and things really don't have a lot of people. I'll just go in and add for my network there, because a lot of people or groups with a lot of members, I think, is just like kind of like spammy to me. So I just like to do what feels good, do what my heart says is where I want to be, where it feels good. And I look at the comments and I check out their profile. I take 5 to 10 seconds and I'll add them. And that's about it. I may do 5 people, I may do 10 people. And that's how I add my network on Facebook. And if you're looking to find your groups on Facebook, you all, if you go to your menu section on your Facebook app, you will see groups right here. And it's just a click and all your groups are going to come up. And these are all the posts from the groups that you're in. And you can go in and see like women warriors, boy mom, life with boys, mom sharing ideas. And you can go in and see all these people in there. And I just go and add my network that way. So it's just a button right there, groups go. So that's how I navigate those pages and unfollow if I need to. I leave groups that feel icky, that don't feel right. Don't feel like you have to stay in a group just because you're trying to build a business. Like you guys have to remember that your peace and your joy and your happiness in your business is number one. We get so wrapped up. Man, I am a victim. Not a victim. I am proof of this. I've had it happen where I'm like, well, she just came in and she's going fast and I'm looking all around and it's like, where can I change what I'm doing? Because there's got to be a change. There's got to be a shift. And we make that shifts in ourselves by our actions, our habits, what we see on social media. So I leave groups that don't serve me. Guys, don't feel limited. Don't feel like you guys can't unfollow and leave groups and take people off your friends list. I just went through Facebook and Instagram the last hour and unfollowed and unfriended tons of people that probably would have been great at the business, but they just weren't my people. And it's okay because you've got to have that energy on your social media where you know who you are, you know that you have value to add to someone, you know that people are going to need what you have. And when you have that energy, you're unstoppable and you just feel good in your business. Okay. You can find new groups. Maybe you're in groups that are kind of dead. Look for different ones around your fives or around what makes you happy. Maybe women empowerment, maybe do it yourself DIY at home projects. Maybe you love Marshalls or you love Hobby Lobby and you want to check out some groups there. Little boutique groups, things like that. Utilizing Instagram following. So I follow 10 people a day and it's not all at once. Like I may do it once or I may do it 2 at a time. If I'm in the mood to follow a lot of people, like I will. Like I go by my mood. I'm a mood person. If I'm just like, man, I feel really good today, I'm going to go in, I'm going to follow 10 people and we're going to just go at it. And some days it's just like, I'm not in the mood. So I'm just going to do 5. Like you guys have to go with the flow in your business. And guess what? I don't add every day. Some days I'm on TikTok and I'm interacting on TikTok and I'm looking at hashtags and I'm commenting on TikToks and I feel good. on that platform. And I have nothing to do with adding to my network. I am just showing up on a different platform because that's where my mood is. Like, that's just kind of where I'm at. Let's see. You can go to the least interacted with on your Instagram. I know you guys, we talk about this on Work With Me's, and go through and interact with those people or unfollow them. There is a little category right there and it says least interacted with. As soon as you click your following, and you can go through and see all those people. Use reels and comment section on Instagram. You can go through the reels tab and see, hey, there's maybe 14 comments. You're going to go in and see who's commenting and maybe go to their following and see who they're following or see who's commenting on their stuff and go give them a follow and do a 3-2-1 on them. Let's see, hashtag locations near you, little cities and towns that are in your area, or maybe a state over, another state over from you. You can hashtag, I do Ohio mom, I do Indiana mom, and I'm not an Indiana mom, but those are areas around the state I'm in. Does that make sense? I hope this is making sense, you guys. I do what feels good. Not everyone, I don't do what everyone else does. Okay, guys, you want to do what you love, what you feel good doing, because I don't want you to come on these Zooms and take everything all the leaders have to say and do it, because that's not, it's like you won't be able to find your pace, and you won't be able to feel good with what you're doing, because you're doing everything M's doing, everything Britt's doing, everything Lynn's doing, everything I'm doing. Like, you want to do the things that feel good in your business, and it may be just 2 IPAs, and be okay with it. Don't be hard on yourself about it. Say, hey, I'm good with adding to my network and interactions today, and that's all I'm going to do. As long as you're in your stories, you're showing your face, and you are passion at the forefront, you will succeed. You will see those people asking you questions. Someone sent me a message the other day about a reel that I had done from forever ago. You guys, you may not see those results, but they will come. It's a residual business. So everything we do now, we get paid on in 3 months, right? So we have to think about what we're putting out there now, and then what we're going to see in February and March, because that's the biggest season in network marketing anyway. And you want to stick around to see that success. You want to stick around to see how you're growing and the journey you're taking people on. I hope that makes sense. I fail at the things I need to learn from and apply it in my business. So failure is learning. Failing at a reel, or maybe not getting a lot of likes or comments, you may think that's failing, but as you learn from that, maybe I needed to add some hashtags in that reel. Maybe I needed more lighting. Maybe I needed a better sound or something, and say, hey, I'm going to do it better next time, instead of saying, maybe this isn't for me. It's really just that perspective and that flip of the mindset where you are no longer talking to yourself negatively. I've been in a very season where I was talking to myself negatively, and I said, no more. This has got to stop, because success is on the other side of that breakthrough, and you're not going to be able to experience that breakthrough if we're talking to ourselves all 10 kinds of crazy. So you all, if you do not have this playbook, please get it, or at least have a paper in front of you with the things, with a couple of IPAs that you want to do, and then maybe you want to do a third or a fourth one in a couple of days. And the more you get better at adding to your network, the more you will be at this business, you guys. It's so important that you just fail forward. Adding to our network, I think, is very overcomplicating. I'm still working on Instagram myself. I message him all the time, and I'm like, so do you do this on hashtags or not? It's not my strong suit. And every single time, it's always the same answer. It's like I'm looking for something she's doing special. And it's really just about getting in your Explore feed or getting in those groups, and doing your best, finding the people that you want to see on your social media. Different moms, different people who maybe you can relate to in a pain point way, that are struggling with, like for me, government assistance, have struggled with, addiction, things like that. I'm going to go in and find those people. So really think about those people that you want to see, and then it's going to be easier to interact with them on your Facebook. So I hope this makes sense, you guys. Do y'all have any questions or want to add anything to the Zoom tonight? Because it's been all over the place, and I'm just rolling with it. Do y'all have any questions or anything you want to add? Anyone? Y'all good to go? I mean, I just want y'all to think about the next couple weeks in this month and really how you're going to buckle down to earn these bonuses. And it doesn't mean hustle, bustle, hustle, bustle. It just means what are you doing different today that you didn't do yesterday? You know what I mean? Are you maybe listening to an audible? Are you reading a book? Are you doing something productive with your time that's going to pay off? Because we've got to grow in this business, you guys. Like I've said it before, and Katie said when I first started, your mind starts to think of new pathways when you start thinking bigger, and it cannot go back to normal. So when you're thinking bigger, you're dreaming bigger, you've got a 2-year vision, a 5-year vision, you're in here for the long haul. Your content, the way you feel in your conversations, how you show up is going to be so different. Energy is everything. Everything's a frequency, right? So if you have that energy of, I know I belong here, I know I'm here to impact people, that is really going to carry through your business and to your downline, to your future team. If you don't have a downline yet, those people are out there. I really want you guys to think about that. So those are just some 3 things: finding people on your Facebook, niching down in your groups, looking in the comments section, reviewing different things, and navigating groups on Facebook. Click that tab and you can go through and see all the different posts, and leave the groups that don't serve you, and just follow a few people a day. Don't feel like it's got to be a lot. I still overthink it, you guys, but when I overthink it, I know I'm completely doing myself a disservice. I know that it's not going to get anywhere. I'm not going to get anywhere overthinking. And if I want to move the needle in my business, I'm going to go out there and do it. I have control. I have control. So I hope that this helped you guys. I know this is kind of short, but I did just want to come on here and talk about that because some of my girls were struggling with it. And you just go out there and find those people because they're out there and they want what you have. They want your leadership. They want your story. They want your product. They want your opportunity because you're presenting it different than other thrivers. That's what sets you apart. You cannot present it the same way. You've got to get on that live video and do it messy, do it crazy, and just be like, y'all, I'm a crazy hot mess right now, but listen, these products have kept me going since 9 o'clock this morning. And, just really being your true self on there, and always, have a catchy caption when you go live, have a calls to action, do your opportunity lives again. As a team, we're starting those up, and it feels so good to get on a dual live with a thriver, man. It really makes your passion just fire up, and you're like, wow, this is really a life-changing opportunity, because you hear other testimonies and your audience hears testimonies, and it's not always about us. It's about the next person we can serve and who we can help. Okay. You guys were awesome. Thank each of you for hopping on, and I hope y'all have a great night. Bye, guys.